Let's now switch lanes and head the campaign trail because it's 23 days to go to the polls. The parties are not leaving any stone unturned in their bid to secure the votes of the electorate on election day. We begin with the Progressive People's Party, whose presidential candidate Dr. Nduom is campaigning in the central region where he hails from. The PPP leader slammed the Mahama administration for neglecting the people of the central region.
We Upper West #1, Upper East #2, Northern Region #3, and Waba #4, 50 Nduom. And here for what can Yakwa, the wrong league table, and yet #4. Well, league table no do. Now you appear, oh yeah, Mahena, 50 Nduom, yeah, but the other Academia. And so many other American row. I will be a worker the NDC here, I will be a worker the MPP here, Northern Wire OZ and one here. I don't know catch another. On don't know who. Beside that, Abazin wasn't waiting. Like why ya to Abako, ya to Ebien, ya to Ebasa, ya to Anan, ya to Esia, Naso, Ihiano, other soul.
So just quick translation of what Dr. Nduom was speaking about. He says that when you look at the league table for the poorest regions in the country, Upper East, Upper West, Northern are the top 3. But number 4 is the central region where he hails from. He was unhappy about where they are on that league chart. There have been several elections for both the NDC and the MPP, yet the issue of poverty is yet to be fully addressed, and that is what he's seeking to change and asking for the votes of the people in that region. Let's get more from Richard Kojunyako. He is with the PPP leader as he continues his tour of the central region. Richard, where's Dr. Nduom now? What's he been talking about?
Well, Dr. Nduom just finished speaking with the students of the University of Cape Coast. Before that, we went to Abrase Bukwamankese, where he visited some market centers. He interacted with the traders. He was very angry and dissatisfied with the conditions of the markets in that particular constituency. According to him, the people should see the signs and the situations they find themselves in and vote for the PPP because the NDC government has disappointed them. As he travels along the stretch of that particular road, he sees a lot of the oranges. You know, that particular constituency, what they do is to cultivate citrus. And so you see that a lot of them are lying by the road rotten. And so Dr. Nduom was very, very angry with that one. So from that place, we came to the University of Cape Coast, where he's been speaking on a number of issues. First, he spoke about the creation of jobs, and he says that as an individual, as a private person, the little money that he has at his disposal, he's been able to give a lot of jobs to the people, and he was mentioning some of the companies and some of the jobs he's provided in the various district capitals and the communities in Ghana. He's also been speaking about how we waste resources in this country, and he spoke about Woyome, the fact that the Attorney General is unable to prosecute the matter to retrieve the money that went to Woyome. So these are some of the issues that Dr. Nduom, the flag bearer of the Progressive People's Party, has been addressing.
And where's he heading next?
Well, he's done with the Central Region today. Tomorrow he will be in the Western Region to continue with his tour.
Thank you, Richard Kojunyako, joining us on the line from the Central Region. The PPP leader is continuing his tour. We know that Nana Akufo-Addo is also in the Abunafo region continuing with his tour there, We know that all candidates have been busy. The president is here in Accra about to commission the Kwame Nkrumah interchange. Let's now head to the voting school now. In every election, there is a possibility that 2 or 3 or all the candidates could get their votes coming in, an equal number of votes. In today's edition of Voting School, Fifi Kumsin explores what the Electoral Commission will do to ensure that there is a clear winner. Today from the Boating School. Now, the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference, Bishop Joseph Osei-Bonsu, has charged security agencies to deal with activities of macho men ahead of the December 7 elections. According to him, the police must arrest and deal with people who disturb the peace in the country. He said this in a peace message to Ghanaians ahead of the 2016 presidential and parliamentary elections.
We cry for peace. Lord, we cry for love.
I am Bishop Joseph Osei-Bonsu, President of the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference and Bishop of Konongo Mampong. Peace is what we want as Ghanaians. We all want peace. We want to live in peace. We do not want a situation where after elections, people are taking their possessions and running off to Burkina Faso, Togo, or the Ivory Coast. We want to live in peace. And so we all have to work for it. And there are many stakeholders, when we speak of peace with regard to the elections. So first of all, we have the government. So the government will have to play its role by providing the necessary logistics to the Electoral Commission. Then the Electoral Commission is like the referee for the elections. And so it should be neutral and should be seen to be neutral. It's like a referee in a football match. So if the players perceive that you're on the side of Team A or Team B, the football match will not go well. And so the same way we want the Electoral Commission to be non-partisan and not take sides, but be neutral and do its work well. Then we have the politicians, those vying for power. And because they are vying for power, sometimes they can say things that they are not supposed to say. So my appeal to them is to watch their language. They shouldn't insult their opponents and so on. They shouldn't see them as enemies. They are all vying for power, but that doesn't mean that they should insult their opponents. Sometimes they use intemperate language and so on. And I don't think we want that. And so we are asking the politicians to be careful in how they talk so that that will promote peace. Then also we talk about the security agencies, the police and all those entrusted with the security. And they also have to be professional in their work. They have to be non-partisan. Certainly they will belong to Party A or Party B or Party C, but when they put the uniform on, they should be seen to be non-partisan, very professional. So they should do the work as policemen or security agencies. And so during the elections, there may be places where there'll be people causing trouble. They should arrest them and take the necessary action against them. And so during elections, it's customary to see some macho men going around, harassing people and so on. We're asking the police to deal with all these macho people, no matter which party they belong to. So they have to be strong and non-partisan. Then also the electorate, the politicians will come around with their messages and so on, and not only messages, they will also come with gifts. They will come and provide you with money and rice and sugar and oil and so on, and ask you to vote for them. That is bribery. Listen to the message that they are going to give. What are they going to do about education, about development, about peace and so on? And so when they come to you with these gifts, my advice is don't accept them and don't vote because of the gifts that they are giving you. Then to the youth, some of them during elections, are used by politicians for various things. Some of them are asked to go and snatch ballot boxes and cause trouble and so on. My advice to the youth is they shouldn't do that, because if you do that and you are arrested by the police or you are hurt, it's your own trouble. So they should not do that kind of thing. Then also we have pastors. Pastors, also citizens, they have the right to belong to various parties and so on and vote. But as pastors, as priests and ministers, they should be neutral. They should be non-partisan. And so they should not do partisan politics. They should try to be as neutral as possible so that that will bring peace. Then also there are pastors who have visions and dreams every day about elections. My advice to them is they should keep their visions and dreams to themselves. They should not come out and say that I dreamt about candidate A and was going to die, and that person should come to me for prayers. I think those kind of things do not help. When you do that, you are putting fear in people, you are dividing the people and so on. And so those pastors who are seeing visions and coming out of such messages, my advice is that they should keep their visions to themselves and not come out, because once you come out in favor of party A or party B, you are causing trouble. Some of them will come and say, oh, this party is going to win, or that party is going to win. When you do that, you are dividing the people. And so if God has revealed to you that party A is going to win, keep it to yourself.
So that's our peace message for you today. That's coming from the Catholic Bishops' Conference. And speaking of peace, a lot of people are concerned that in times like this, we need to galvanize as many support as we can, even before the election, so we don't see any violent acts deteriorate into something else. We love peace as a country. We do, Ghana. And joining me in the studio are two gentlemen and one lady. It's a concert that's coming up that I'm very keen to go see for myself. A lot of musicians are built to be at a concert that is to drive home that message of peace. Let me introduce my guest right now. I'll mention the name, but it's not one person's name. It's actually three individuals. David Anna Wincott, David Mackenzie, Anna Kelly, and David Wincott. Guys, are you Ghanaians? With these names, I can only ask, are you Ghanaians?
Yeah, we're Ghanaian. Yeah.
But all these names sound very foreign. Sorry for me to mention, but David Mackenzie, Anna Kelly, David Wincott, you're all from Ghana? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should go check? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, peace concert, what is it about? Let me begin with you, Anna. Ladies first.
Okay, so the Ghana Plus Peace Concert is an initiative by Obiba Foundation, which is an NGO geared towards providing humanitarian needs for the less privileged in society. But this year, we deemed it very important to organize a peace campaign, which we began in August. Now, it was launched all over media, and then we've toured all the regions in Ghana. We've been to Wa, Bolga, Menchia, and Kumasi. I mean, all the regions you can think of, all the 10 regions. And the main aim of this peace concert is to show to the Ghanaians that, yes, peace is very important. And so, not necessarily because of the elections, but we're saying that let's promote the peace we already have.
Okay.
We're not saying Ghana is at war, but it's very important to put on the peace belt.
Okay. Yeah. David Mackenzie, and I have to clarify because there are two Davids in the room. Yeah. David Mackenzie, every time elections come around, there's talk of, peace, but what is our fear really?
I wouldn't say that it's fear on ground. Now, peace is important, whether elections or not. So we are preaching peace, not necessarily because of election, but we happen to be in an election season. That's why it has become so important that we emphasize peace. Ghana is known for its peace, you understand? Now, but if you look around the whole world, Ghana is doing well peacefully. Yeah. So we need to protect that peace.
And how are we doing that?
By talking to people. I mean, a lot of people are out there saying negative things about Ghana's peace. But we maintain and pray that come the elections and beyond, Ghana will be in one whole peace and we will be in peace.
Okay. I'm looking at the concert, David Wincott. Who's coming for this program and what is it meant to do?
We've invited dignitaries to be there. We've invited the clergy. We have ambassadors. Hungarian ambassador is coming to speak. The Korean ambassador as well too. We also have other clergy who has also come in. We also have a lot of artists on the bill. His legendary, the legendary Obibas like Collins. That's we right. have SP Kofi. We have Amanziba as well too. Then we have Tregmatic. We have Jupiter. Then we have Ngozi Naji from Nigeria. We have all these great artists that are coming, and we want all of them are coming to give us a piece. And so what we actually doing right now is to make peace more attractive. I'm sure that if you want to go out there to buy a watch, you want to look at brands that are looking good. These days, when you put money and peace there, people will quickly pick money and leave peace there. But we want to make peace more attractive. Making peace more attractive, we're standing here in this studio and we're interviewing us. We're putting up this event and all these great artists that are coming. Okay. It is to let Ghanaians know that yes, peace is something that we should make it more attractive, and also to enhance coexistence as well too. We have the national chief Imam is also coming as well too. So it's going to be a great concert, and it's free as well too. It's free. I was just about to ask. Happening 19th of this month at 3 p.m. in Sutherland Park. Just a Saturday. So everyone can make it there. Exactly. Just about everyone. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll make it. Since you're giving me a personal invitation, it means I have to be there. I'll make it. But thank you so much for coming.
To add up to that, we have a calabash, as you can see. Yes. The calabash is our symbolic tool for peace. And we've taken endorsements from all the opinion leaders in Ghana. We've taken from the clergy, the political leaders, and all the opinion leaders. So we're going to present the calabash during the concert. We're going to say this is the endorsements from all the leaders. And so to the Most High God, we pray that peace will reign in Ghana. Okay, and I'm certain that that's what everybody is looking for at a time like this. But thank you, David Anna Wincott. Not one name, but a name for all the three together combined. But thank you for coming. Certainly a program that will help in bringing peace to the country that we already have, in fact, just to consolidate and protect it and make it a good brand, as David puts it. We'll go for a short break now. When we come back, we'll bring you sports here on The Pulse. Stay with us.